morning, delivery fam, and welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with UDM on the Life of a Gig Worker podcast. And Josh, we're back.
Season 2, motherfuckers.
Yep, this season 2. But listen, yo, before we dive into any of that stuff, man, that hurricane, I know you took your little trip. I don't want to say where you work, okay?
Oh, I doxed myself. I went to Nashville. You
drove to Nashville, right?
I did drive to Nashville. Driving back was a son of a bitch, but I drove to Nashville.
And I remember thinking, I was like, yo, all right, so this hurricane situation, Helene, or where I'm from, we say Helen, okay?
Yeah, it looked like Helen, and then they put an extra E on there.
Exactly. But I was like, yo, when Josh supposed to come back? Remember I hit you up and I was like, hey, when you supposed to leave? And then you was like, I got to leave tomorrow or something like that. I was like, wait, what? How you going to?
There's a hurricane.
I'm like, bruh, like, how the hell? And then you was like, you were asking me like, okay, you're trying to determine whether to take 75 or 95. And I was like, you'd probably be better to do 95 than 75. But anyway, bro, I had people hitting me up. I'm like, oh, they said, hey, I heard y'all getting hit by the hurricane or something down there. So I'm like, man, I ain't getting shit.
Bro, okay, this is the most Florida thing I'm going to say. Everybody reaches out to you the moment a hurricane warning come out. Everybody. Are you going to be good? Where you at? Is it coming your way? Bro, it's like 200 miles that way.
Bro, listen, I know the Gulf. People are afraid of the Gulf. I'm terrified of the Gulf. Every damn hurricane or tropical storm that enters the Gulf turns into something major. Okay? That Gulf is just dangerous, right? So it's like I'm looking at the radar and I'm like, yo, I'm out of the range. I'm still getting wind like crazy, bro. I had someone hit me up from another state. They're like, you working? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening. Just got a little bit of gusts of wind and stuff. The only thing that happened here, to be honest with you, is we had the school shut down because, buses, I guess the school buses can't operate when it's like 35 mile per hour winds or something like that. So it's a risk. So they shut down schools for a day and then they went back to school the next day. All right.
You want to hear some funny shit about that, bro?
What's up?
We got a community Facebook page here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's got like 40,000 people in it.
Mm-hmm.
There were people complaining that the schools had shut down, so much so that they had sent a letter in to the county talking about they want a refund on their personal property tax because they shut down during every single hurricane, even when it doesn't affect the schools. And I was like, you do realize, even if you were to get a refund for the one day they shut down, you only going to get like $1 because, it's prorated each day. And it ain't even that much. Like our taxes around here, like $1,000 a year. So the fuck y'all think going to happen?
Bruh, just to hear that they trying to get some kind of refund of anything, I'm like, are you serious?
Bro, my response to that, and everybody gonna think I'm an asshole, which y'all already do anyways. I said, if you broke, just say that. If you broke, just say that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time too, people are just trying to get whatever they can get from whatever or wherever they can get it. You know what I mean? Even if it's 50 cents, $1, $2, whatever.
Let me hold $1.
Let me hold $1, right? So check this out though, Josh. I wanted to first I wanted to say, like, whoever was affected by this hurricane, my condolences goes out to you. I know there's some people that lost their lives in states north. I think it was in Tennessee. They were saying something.
Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, a little bit in Georgia. It's all due to the flooding of the dams.
Yeah,
the dam
man.
broke.
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard
today.
You said it broke today?
Yeah, like there's people reporting that it broke today. So apparently there was a fix, and there's more flooding to come because the dam is currently breaking again.
Okay, well, a few days ago, in the midst of the rush of Hurricane Helen or Helene, right? Everybody was trying to figure out, hey, do I stay? Do I evacuate? Whatever, right? My wife, she told me about the dam breaking in Tennessee, which made me think of you in Tennessee, bro. And I'm like, yo, what? And I don't know if you saw them times I was texting and you wasn't responding to me. I'm like, dog, what the hell?
So our whole plan got cut short. So we were in Nashville, right? We had stopped in Chattanooga along the way. Found out I got family there. That's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. But we stopped in Chattanooga on the way. We made it to Nashville. On our way back, we were going to go through Pigeon Forge, go through Knoxville, Gatlinburg, and all that because I told you about Gatlinburg. Mm-hmm. Now, I had never been in Gatlinburg during the fall, so I was really excited. Well, when we had left, I remember calling you, and I was like, hey, man, it looks like we're going to have to leave tomorrow. You know, my company's not going to extend the room for another day. So, and then they ended up extending the room after I left, of course. But we were going to go through Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and all that, but it was all shut down. So we decided that we were going to come back to the mountains, which the mountain pass had closed for a little bit. And on my way back south, 75 was closed. Now, I know we talked about going through 95, but I said, fuck all of that because there were roads being shut down that weren't being listed on the map. So I said, I'm not going to go 95 because if there's any flooding along 95, they're going to shut it down, and that would have been a waste of 2-3 hours anyways. So I hit 75 right at the state line. The whole road was shut down. There was no power, and I was out of gas. So I stayed there for the night.
I heard that a bridge, the reason why one of the roads was shut down that was on your route, I heard that a bridge was toppled over, bro. Like, done. Gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just hasta la vista. That's what it was. So I stayed there for the night because I was like, you know, there's no progression forward. I'm not going to go back and try to go back to the last gas station that I saw because more people are going to need that gas than I am. I'm safe. I've got a car that I can sleep in, and it's not too hot outside. So we slept in the car, rolled the windows down, and I said, worst case scenario, I'm here at the gas station in the morning. I can just push my car to the pump. So it's not that far. But if I venture off, I might have to push it back. You never know.
Yeah.
So then we traveled on to her mom's house, and then I slept there for a couple of hours and then came back to the house. Well, I was dog tired and sick as hell. I'm still getting over it, as you guys can hear, but I was sick as hell.
Well, I'm just glad you're back, bro. I'm glad you're back because I was concerned. And y'all, for those that's watching up to this point, right? Because I know it's taking a little bit for us to get into the meat and potatoes, but I was reaching out to this damn dude, okay? Often, okay? I was reaching out to him and he was not responding. And I'm like, yo, you good? No response. And then I decided to call him. It don't go straight to voicemail. You know how it is. If it goes straight to voicemail, the phone might be off. Something might have happened. His phone is ringing. And then his voice, he ain't got a voicemail. It just goes blank. It's just whatever. Okay. So I'm just like, yo, hello? But no, he ain't there. I'm thinking he answered the phone. No, he's not there. He's not calling me back. When I got in contact with him, I damn near cussed him out, and he was sick. You know, I'm like, bruh, you gotta let me know you good, man. You know, but anyway, it is what it is. Hurricane Helene, Helena, just depends on who's saying it, wherever they're from. She did some damage to Florida. She did some damage. I heard about a Tesla catching fire in a house, and I'm like, yo. And then I watched it on Instagram. I got video of a Tesla catching fire in a house. I'm watching the video and I'm like, it's unprovoked. Why did this Tesla catch fire in this house? The time that I was kind of considering, hey, maybe I'll get a Tesla at some point in time. Now I'm just like, see,
nope.
Nah.
Nope.
Nah, not happening. Did you see that video, bro?
I did, and I don't know if you're gonna put it up on the screen, but if it's the video that I think is somebody that I know, and yeah, I heard about it, seen it. We know why it happened. It's fucking crazy.
Damn. Hold
Yeah.
up. Rewind. I gotta get a rewind sound of a cassette tape or something. Right. Rewind. Damn, Josh, you know a lot of people, bro. Who the hell
Ev-
are you?
Everywhere I go, I know somebody. Bro, it pisses my wife off to no end. Everywhere I go, I run into somebody that I know. Like even in Nashville, I told you I got family in Chattanooga that I just found out about. We ran into each other, and they're like, "Oh shit, you know so and so. We related." I was like, "Oh fuck." So it's everywhere, bro. But
Well,
yeah, he's the owner of a dealership, bro. Owner of a dealership down here.
you mean the Tesla person?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Well, damn. But he got it.
He got it. He got it. He gonna be all right. He got a couple more of those where that came from.
Well, I heard that there's another thing, another hurricane or something brewing somewhere around
Two.
the same area. Damn, I thought it was one. You talking about two now? Hey,
Yeah, no, it just came up on my phone. So there's Kirk, and then there's what was the name of that other one?
are you serious, Josh?
Yeah, there's Joyce and there's Kirk. And if Kirk don't mess something up, I'm gonna be really upset because Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk gonna have to do some whirly whirls or some loop de loops or something. He
Where
gotta
the
stick
hell
around
is
for a
it?
minute.
In the Atlantic?
It's in the Atlantic. Yeah, it's right off the coast of Africa where them big ones come from.
Yo,
And there-
I'm just
and
seeing
there's-
Kirk, yo. Kirk
And there's
is
a big, and there's a third one spinning right behind it. They're spinning right off the coast of Africa, one after the other. There are three of them. The other one ain't been named yet, but if you zoom in on my radar, you see the rotation and the development. So that's going to be a third named storm right there, right behind the other two.
I'm about to put it up on the screen just in case somebody ain't see Kirk. I'm over here terrified right now. All right. So check this out, right? I got to make sure y'all know this, right? I have so much experience with hurricanes. Okay, now let me tell you why. Okay, I am from the Virgin Islands. Okay, every damn hurricane that came through or developed over the coast of Africa or whatever, that shit came straight to our ass. Okay, Florida, it might go around Florida. It might come straight to Florida. It might go north or whatever, go past Florida. But a lot of those hurricanes that developed over the coast of Africa, right there, that shit was either coming straight through us or we're getting something from it while it's going north or it's going whatever other direction. So I have a lot of experience with hurricanes through my childhood. So they don't terrify me too much, bro.
Do you have the wind overlay for my radar?
No, what is
Oh,
that? What is
let
that?
me send you a photo to put up on the screen. So this is how I can tell what's going to be developing right now. I'm no
Damn.
meteorologist, but look at what I see coming right behind it.
All right, hold on. I gotta get this. Well, I gotta get the picture first, Josh.
Well, I'm gonna keep talking, but so this is how I tell things. Like I said, I'm not a meteorologist.
Whoa,
I mean,
what the hell is that? I just got it. I just got it. Hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like I said, meteorologists get paid to be wrong, and there's a lot of data here that you can see, which is why I do this. Like when I was a dispatcher, I would watch the wind patterns to see where a storm was going to go to tell my drivers to either go east, west, north, south, whatever, based on the wind patterns. So this is a tool that I would always use to kind of tell you guys where to go. So you see all that rotation. That's that small little storm that you got on your screen right there.
Yeah, the one that's behind Kirk.
Yeah, so look at that rotation in the middle. That's going to spin up and be another named storm.
That's this little mother effer right
Yep.
here.
Uh-huh. Same
Damn.
exact storm. It's going to spin up and it's going to become another. And I pulled the water temperatures too, so you can see that the water temperature at that buoy right there is 83 degrees. and that's prime optimal. It's a low temperature to create a hurricane, but it's still prime optimal temperature. It's above 79 degrees. So that's going to spin up and be another hurricane right behind the other two.
Y'all hear this damn memory bank having meteorologists having whatever dealership owner knowing tech nerd having ass whatever. This dude know what you talking about. 83 degrees and the 70 degrees. Who knows this shit, Josh?
Bro,
well, who are you, bro? Are you a 1X Neo, bro? Like you
never know.
Are you AI?
Hey, shit, I'm way underpaid if I am. Shit. Terminator takeover.
Well, they are trying to replace human jobs, right?
Shit. I mean, they're going to replace content creators at some point too. But okay. So anything over 70 degrees. So I have a fish tank behind me, right? So a lot of what I focus on is evaporation rate. Evaporation rate, if you followed storms in 5th grade, it creates storms. The evaporation condensation, it's the circle of the life of storm. You get the condensation and evaporation that goes up into the cloud. Then the cloud lets go to water and it goes back to the floor. It evaporates and does it all over again. It's a circle. Anywho, anything over 79 degrees, which is why my tank is set to 79 degrees, evaporates very rapidly. Therefore, it creates storms. Now you know.
And look at all that rotation. I didn't even see that in mine. Now, yeah. I'm glad that you showed this, bro, because now, let me just get this off of the screen right here. Kirk, damn, dog. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't know what direction, if Kirk is going to come straight at us, but I don't know if we can handle a back-to-back powerful storm, bro.
Well, let me show you how strong it really is, and then we'll let you determine that from there. So Joyce is actually pretty weak, but Kirk is the one, dude.
You sending me something else?
Yeah, there's the wind for Kirk. I'm pulling the wind for Joyce. Like I said, Joyce is pretty weak right now. I wouldn't say that it's anything more than a tropical storm at this point. But Kirk is already aiming up to be a pretty major hurricane.
It was a pretty major hurricane in your opinion, Josh?
Either a mid-4 or a strong 4. Anything below that, I'm not really worried about. I'm not going anywhere for anything under a mid-4.
This man talking about a mid-4 like it ain't a damn threat, bro.
I mean, okay, so Helene, right? Now, and this is just us Floridians. Where I live, I am so far inland that if a 4 hits the coast, it'll be a 2 or 1 by the time it gets to me. So I'm not really concerned. Look
about you. I live by the coast.
Listen, if it comes that way, you can come up to the house. You know how it is. We got the generator. We got everything ready. We're good. But
even though I appreciate that, I don't appreciate that.
It's the offer's always there, whether you appreciate it or not. It's there. You got a code to the door. Damn. So, anywho, that the bluish colors is stronger wind. It'll go from blue to red, from blue to yellow to red. Well, from purple to blue to yellow to red. So as you see, there's red in the center, there's blue on the outer parts, and purple on the outer bands. So it is becoming the shape of a major hurricane with a wind eye wall, but it does not have a storm eye wall as of yet. So it is still forming. It hasn't become a major hurricane just yet, but as far as the wind and rotation is concerned, it is considered to be a hurricane.
If you're a Floridian, let's get us back up on the screen here, man, because if you are in the state of Florida and you are a gig worker or a gig worker customer or whatever, right? Prepare yourself, okay? Because I don't know what the heck about to happen back to back, right? This ain't no Drake diss, okay? This, I don't even know what the hell to call it, okay? But this hurricane season seems to be very active. I know there's been previous active hurricane seasons, but if people that's north of Florida or outside of the state of Florida that that really can't handle these types of storms, like I saw a post, my wife shared a post about North Carolina being devastated by, I forgot what storm it was, but it was like, yo, these storms are not just a threat to Florida, they're a threat to neighboring
Everybody.
states, bro.
Well,
And
did you
it's
see Asheville?
no.
Not to cut you off, but so Asheville no longer exists to the world right now. Just they don't exist. Every road in the center of Asheville and outer lying areas have been shut down and are not accessible by vehicle. They are completely destroyed. And that is from Helene. From Helene.
And Helene or Helene or Helena, right, was a category 4 that got downgraded to a category 1, and then it became a tropical storm.
So bring back up your first photo, and I'll explain to you why this happened.
Let's get these off. Hold on. Boom. Joyce, go on about your business, Joyce. We don't want to talk to you. Okay, hold up. Which one was it? You said the first photo?
The one that got your location on there. That one. Okay. Helene was such a massive storm. It was such a massive storm. As you see, as things spin, it was a very unorganized category 4.
Yeah.
So it had only barely gotten its eye wall right before landfall. So it was a very disorganized storm. So as you can see, those outer rain bands are spinning off storms. And what you don't see on your radar that I have on mine is that there was a low high pressure system that was going across Mobile, Alabama to Savannah, Georgia. It was a perfect spawn spot for tornadoes, strong thunderstorms, so on and so forth. So as they crossed over that weather front, what ended up happening is they ended up intensifying, and the rain just stuck over North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. So that's where you got your massive flooding. As those rain bands were hitting, it was spinning off and whipping around and hitting those states. So that is currently why North Carolina, Asheville does not exist to the world. Pigeon Forge, there are places within Pigeon Forge that they no longer exist to the world. Like there's no houses, no buildings, no churches, no nothing that is left.
Damn. And all because of Helene, bro?
All because of Helene. And that's the thing. So a lot of people were, I joked about it a little bit. I'm like, yeah, Helene's not going to be nothing for us. We're not going to see anything. I'm not really stressed about it. Like my family was calling me and blowing me up. And I'm like, dude, call me when it's a 5. Call me when it's a 5.
You such a damn Floridian.
Bro, because it's like Irma, for example. Everybody freaked out during Irma. Everybody freaked out. Everybody left the state. You had lines and lines and lines of people, and I'm sitting here in a hotel risking my life, I guess, doing the hurricane ride out and the cleanup and all of that. So, I mean, that was a 5. So ever since then, I have always thought, like, because I'm so far inland, by the time it comes to me, it's a low 2, maybe a mid 3. So that's why I don't really get concerned with hurricanes, because I'm so far inland. Even though I do happen to know about Charlie and Andrew and Charlie, those 2 hurricanes were devastating to Central Florida. However, at the time, a lot of Central Florida was a flood zone. There has been massive excavations that have happened since then and massive storm gates that have been added. So I'm not too stressed about it. And I have hurricane shutters. So my house is rated for a category 5. So,
okay.
I'm not too concerned because I got the impact windows, I got the storm shutters, I got the it's some sort of expanded roof package to where I have multiple straps on each stud. So I'm not worried. Other people, I don't know.
See, but the biggest thing though, I don't know how Orlando's like storm drain system is, how good it is or how bad it is, but it floods here, bro. It floods. Oh, yeah. And I saw a video of, I think it was Tampa. Because of Helene, there was a 18-wheeler, bro, on a main road underwater. I'm like, and the caption on the video was like, this is a main road. Like, but and the damn wiper blades was on, the blinker was on, everything was working, but it was underwater. And I'm like, how?
So I try to explain to people too. The elevation of Florida is so spotty. If you are above sea level in the state of Florida, you are lucky. You're either at sea level or below. So when they talk about storm surge is really, really dangerous because there is not a spot that is 30 feet above sea level. So if you see storm surge and you see that you're in the area that is going to be affected by storm surge, you are going to be underwater. So I may be able to survive category 5 winds, but the flooding, if the storm surge is affecting here, I'm going to be swimming with Meg and everybody else out there, bro.
Bro, we live in a flood zone. Okay. We live in a flood zone, but I'll tell you this. I already have all kinds of plans, bro. I'm a prepper for hurricanes, bro. Like, I swear, I have all kind of plans ready, all kind of shit. Like, where am I going to put my family? How are we going to sleep? Where are we going to cook? How are we going to survive? Like, bro, I got it all laid out in my head. And I'm ready to go.
So what's the name of the boat?
The gig floater. Bro, I'm just telling you, living here.
You got to have a plan.
You got to have a plan. I'll tell you this. Irma terrified the hell out of me. And I'll tell you, because of all the flooding. Wilma, category 3, did not terrify me. Wilma came with wind. More wind than rain. Irma came with a shitload of both.
That one was huge. That storm was huge.
Bro, when at that time, I was worried. I was concerned about my family. And I said, y'all can't be here. Y'all need to be in a 2-story house at that time. You know what I mean? Y'all need to be in a 2-story house. I believe we're in the apartment when Irma hit. And I'm like, yo, no. And we had a lake behind us. Nah, bro. Nah. I said, hey, y'all need to be in a 2-story house, and I can't leave my mother by herself. My mother got a house on one side of town, and I told my family, my sons, my daughter, my wife, hey, y'all go over here to 2-story house, even though they got a lake behind the house too. It is what it is, right? But I was like, yo, y'all go over here. I'm going to go over there. I can't leave my mom by herself. But then they ended up coming with me anyway, right? There was a part of me that was just like, you know what? I don't want to just leave y'all over there, and next thing you know, I can't get to y'all. Just come on over here with me, but we're going to have to ride this out. My kids were terrified. My wife was terrified. My mom was terrified. And I'm over here like I can't sleep. It's like, have you seen Kevin Hart stand up? Not Kevin Hart. Cat Williams. He did a stand-up where he was talking about, I think it was Pimp Chronicles. He said something about they gave him some kind of alcohol that was coffee and something mixed. It was called Zambuki or something. It's like he wanted to sleep, but he couldn't sleep, right? So anyway, it was one of those types of situations for me without the Zambuki, right? I'm trying to let everybody sleep, but I'm tired as hell. And I can't go to sleep. I'm dead tired. You ever been like that, bro?
Yeah.
Dead tired. You try to go to sleep, but you just pop right back up and you can't go to sleep. And then I find something else to do. Bro, the next day I was dead tired, man. So this whole thing about these storms, I've never been hit back to back with hurricanes. Never.
That was Charlie and Andrew that hit us back to back when we lived here. And
you got hit back to back. I never been hit back to back.
It was 2 months we were without power. 2 months. So, like I said, that's why if I could get through that, that's why like you get desensitized to hurricanes really fast.
Yeah. And that's why I was saying all the hurricanes coming from the African coast came through the island, so I'm just desensitized. I'm not terrified like that of hurricane.
Yeah, no, and you get a lot of people that move here from the northern states, and we call it, and it's like I said, us Floridians get desensitized. So for those of you who are sensitive, I'm just gonna say it. We call this y'all's trial week, right? So when Jim Cantori shows up, we call him the tour guide. I don't know if you heard of it, but I know you've heard of it, UDM. But Jim Cantori is your guys' trial week tour guide. And he is going to stand out there and he is going to talk the most shit to this hurricane
Yeah.
while it beats the shit out of him, makes him fly away. Bro, we have parties about this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I sound like Rick Scott, or not Rick Scott. Who's the Ron DeSantis? That's who I sound like right now. We have parties about this shit, right? We used to have. Oh, did you ever pull the video or the photo of the hurricane cake?
Yeah, I did. But I didn't put it up
man.
on screen, but it was discontinued, remember?
Yeah, it was discontinued. But yeah, we used to have hurricane cakes and shit. Publix used to sell them, and then it became insensitive to talk about hurricanes in that manner. But anywho, that's why I've been desensitized, and I will continue to be desensitized for years to come. So unless it's a 5, don't call my phone.
And before we go into anything else, right? I wanna let it be known here that, fam, we're in Florida, okay? Please, if you know anything about Florida, right? We are the tail of the United States, okay? Okay? We are surrounded by water, okay? And sea level and us, we compete on who wants to be taller, okay? Okay? Now, I hope y'all understand that when we talk about these types of storms, we deal with it on a regular basis. We got the Gulf on one side, we got the Atlantic on the other. Some of y'all have to drive like 3-4 hours or a day to get to the beach. And when you get to the beach don't even look like Florida beaches. You know what I'm saying? So
some of us still gotta drive that far.
Well, okay.
We live in this state.
But the whole point is we deal with a lot more thunderstorms, a lot more storms here than a lot of other places. And I'm not talking about, like, I know this Oklahoma, I think they get a lot of tornadoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is you should expect this from a Floridian. We got gators and we got water. Okay? A lot of gators and water and heat. Okay? We're the sunshine state for all, you know what I'm saying? Like, so understand that even if you may be listening to this right now, you may say, hey, these guys, you know, they don't know people lost their lives and stuff in these storms. People lose their lives like crazy in storms. And we hear about it all the time. What storm was that recently that it was Ian, the one you drove the damn crazy ass, drove through the damn storm.
Category 5.
Bro, and I'll never forget, I saw a person on TikTok, her phone was, that's all she had. Her whole house was flooded. I think it was in Fort Myers.
Yep.
Oh, you saw that TikTok?
Yep.
And that was her way of letting somebody know she's alive or whatever. She's posting damn TikToks and shit of her inside of her house, and her house is flooded. You know?
No, I drove down because, like I said, the whole saying is, don't call me until it is a Category 5.
Yeah.
My brother called me, and my brother was like, bro, he said grandma couldn't come stay with me, which we're related, but we're half siblings, right? So his mom's side is not my family. So he was like, grandma's going to come stay with me, and she's got an oxygen tank. I don't have power. He's like, I don't have a generator. He's like, I sold the generator last year. So I drove down with like 3 generators, all of my lawn equipment, everything was strapped to the trailer, and it was the middle of the Category 5. And everybody's like, you're crazy. I'm like, yeah, but I have to be down here. Because when the power goes out, she needs this power. There is no let's wait till the next day and hope grandma makes it through the night. That's not an option.
Right.
So everybody was like, "Oh, you're crazy as fuck." Yeah. Well, I mean, it's either go tonight while the storm is still going, because what people don't realize, storm surge takes a minute, right? So if you're right there on the coast, you're going to get the storm surge. But the way that it works in Florida is as that water recedes, it goes somewhere. So I had to get as close as I could, as quick as I could, because otherwise, when the water recedes, it goes across the state. So what I was trying to accomplish was to make sure that I was able to get as close as I could. So when the water was receding, I'm slipping in through the holes. So
and I get it. And I get it, bro. You still here. Okay.
I'm like, the only one that drove through it. Cop looked at me sideways.
As far as I'm concerned, you're a certified storm chaser, bro. in my opinion, okay, I haven't seen any documentation, but I know you drove through Ian and then you just damn saw all the road closures looking like I Am Legend, right? Driving through all this road closure and shit after Helene, right? So I'm like, well, shit, man. And I just stayed put. Okay, now, before we wrap up here on this topic here, right? I wanna let it be known that I had to drop orders in previous storms. And when I say orders, I mean like total payouts of like $600-700 worth of pay going to me. You know, I had to drop it because of these storms. So living in Florida has its perks. People come here for the beaches and all that stuff, and we get all kind of people coming in here, tourism and everything. It's all great when it ain't the hurricane season, okay? But, you know, once hurricane season hit, I got to be prepared as much as possible for these storms, going in stores. And you heard about the damn strike and shit, bro.
Oh,
the port strike. Now we got to deal with that shit. And we got 2 big ass storms coming our way too. You know? So imagine.
We ain't about to have shit.
Exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, fam, understand that when it comes down to getting our money and doing what we got to do in gigs and whatever, this is why we talk about creating your own lane as much as possible. Can you imagine if you, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's watching, right? Can you imagine if you lived in Florida and one of these Kirk or that other storm with circle, it ain't formed fully yet, hit your ass, but you still got money hitting your bank account because you expanded beyond your area.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you still got money coming in? You might not be able to swipe because electronics and electricity might be down for a little bit, but just still.
You got the money, you just can't see it though.
Exactly.
Man, that's the taxi business has been a blessing in disguise. So when I was in Tennessee, the money was still rolling in. The lawn care business was still rolling, so money was still rolling in. So as all this was going down, people are like, "Do you got enough money?" Yeah, I got enough money. I ain't worried about getting back. I'm gonna figure a way out. When hell or high water, we getting there. Yeah. So there's that blessing. I'm gonna leave everybody with this. If you ever move to Florida or you're here or whatever the case may be, these are wise words from Josh. Do not be the asshole that goes and gets water and toilet paper right before the storm. Prepare yourself in the beginning of hurricane season. And I'm going to tell you my plan, and this is what I do every year, and it works every time. At the beginning of hurricane season, there is a tax holiday, tax-free hurricane preparation holiday. I take advantage of this. I buy about 40 cases of toilet paper. And I'm not even joking. I think I've sent you photos when I go to BJ's in the beginning. I get about 40 cases of toilet paper. I get 30, 40 cases of water. I've got non-perishable foods, batteries, this, that, the other. And everybody's like, oh, but it's wasteful because what if you don't need it? I bought it at one point in the year, and I use it for the rest of the year. I buy enough to sustain myself for the entire year, and I take advantage of the tax-free holiday so that I'm not paying sales tax on any of this. Yeah. Or we don't have sales tax, so it's state tax. Yeah. So I don't pay any of that. So, like I said, I stock up on my toilet paper, my water, my non-perishables, all of that. Do not be the guy that is like, there is no water at Walmart. That is one of the things that I always told people. And then at the beginning of hurricane season, I got an auxiliary gas tank. It is a 65-gallon auxiliary gas tank. I fill up that with all of my portable cans, and I have gas to do gig work for at least 3 weeks. Even though it won't be up and running like that, but at least I got gas to do what I need to do. If I got to fill a generator, I can fill a generator. If I need to go make $100, I can go make $100. If I got to put some gas in a lawnmower and go help some people clean up, I could do that. Yeah. Prepare yourself in the beginning of the season. Don't be the jackass.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the heart-wrenching reality of being a gig worker in Florida during hurricane season. But tomorrow's episode, we're going to be talking about an Uber Eats driver that had to deliver 80 bottles of laundry detergent, and you'll never guess how much they were paid. See y'all then. Oh, yeah. What time it is, D-Fam?